Boris, thank you very much for accepting this interview.
No problem.
You are one of the leading designers in the Citroen team, and we want to understand this evolution of C3 as a design, because obviously it's a completely new car, not only technically speaking, but also it's a completely new looking, very interesting looking new car. So I will start asking you the exterior design. How was coming to these shapes? It's like a real SUVs, more than before. The normal C3 was not an SUV-ish kind of design. So how you and how the team went to this new philosophy?
It's a conscious choice. I mean, of course, we had we had the principal car from South America and the Indian. So they had the architecture, which was a higher architecture, but it suited us very well because we have this new big logo, this very vertical logo here that we integrate in our new cars, and it really suited with the higher positioning of the car. So we're very pleased that we have a more horizontal hood, a more vertical front that goes with the height of the car. And wherever we could, we actually accentuated this SUV aspect. And as you can see with the wheel arches, with a few elements that really make the character and the silhouette of the car, and not to forget, apart from the SUV style, that it's really important that we have the new signature here on the front lamps. These 3 dots that we're going to continue to develop, and that come obviously from the concept car Oli.
Where is coming the inspiration of the 3 dots?
The Oli has started it with us in 2022, and they were developed at the same time. So really, this is a car that is first in production version showing it in the street. And by night and by day, it's really a unique signature that you don't see on any car, and we're very happy with it.
I agree with you. That's the biggest issue you have today. How to be only you on the street, because there are all of them. Yeah. Bravo, well done. And what about this red line there?
That's one of these color accents, as we call them. They used to be a bit bigger on the outgoing C3, like this ring form. We found them a little bit too obvious, so we wanted something a bit more subtle. And in this case, it's really repeating the DRL shapes of the lamp. So you feel like there's a graphic continuation. We have 3 colors for 3 different for the exterior colors, and then there's going to be accessory choices as well, where you can exchange yourself with a little clip.
Really?
Yeah. So you can. There's a little bit of a clip here on the side that you can take them out with the finger. It's too strong.
And then you can put another color.
Then another color, or different graphics even, or the French color or the German color. You know, we're going to develop a few things about this.
Are you thinking is just to make it a kind of LED, and in the inside you can choose colors or things like that in the future, or is too expensive for the concept?
Yeah, we should concentrate here on the lamp where the DRL is happening, and the positioning of the lamps has a certain height as well in Z, so you can't really put the lights.
Okay, and let me go here on this part of now it's again a shape quite personal, quite different than usual bunch of other SUVs in this segment.
We wanted to be really horizontal with the belt line, and that continues with the hood. So we don't have this monospace look anymore that the outgoing C3 had. We like this almost traditional look of the angle of the windshield, and the wheels are in the same position as the outgoing car, but they're really at each corner. You don't have too many big overhangs. And it's a good mix in proportions that helps us. And also the B-tone color that we have, either black or white on the upper on the roof, that is always helping to mitigate a little bit the proportions.
And the wheels, you are planning also to be a little bit bigger, or you will keep the size?
17 inches our maximum, and I think with the wheel size that's all right. I don't think you need bigger than that. And the aluminum.
There is a trend to make it bigger and bigger, as you know, in the design.
Yeah, but even in design, there is a limit of how much rubber you still want around the wheel. And for this car, I think it's proportionally we find it enough.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go on the back, because we can see now also the signature, which is even more obvious when you see it on the back, correct?
Yeah, it is. When it's not lit, they're actually not red, so they're monochrome, which is a nice feel from the front. Again, it's a homogeneity play.
Yeah.
And when they're lit, they are red, and we have the same shape as on the front, like this the signature that repeats. So it's really something that sticks to your mind. And then the black band that is also on the front. So again, it's a homogeneity play with the chevrons there. It's one theme that goes throughout.
By the way, about the chevrons, that's when it was introduced. It looks like an old, it's retro inspiration, or is just today inspiration? Because that's, I think it's 1 year or something.
It's our first logo from 1919.
Voila.
So it's a 105 years old logo that has lived in the beginning since 1925. I have to check the timeline again, but it was around in the very beginning, and we're going back to those roots. It has not exactly the same shape and proportions, but it's for us it's nice to go back to our roots of this logo, and we find it really suits the car as well graphically and the design.
And I think the way it looks is helping also the concept to be a popular brand.
Yeah,
It's not looking premium, it's not looking luxury, it's really to the heart of the people, like it was under Citroen actually in the history.
Yeah, and it's also a bit proud. You know, it has this vertical position and the size. We're not hiding it at all.
Good. That's it. Let's go inside. I will invite you on the wheel to explain. So Boris, we just learned from you about the philosophy of exterior design. How this philosophy is going inside the car?
Well, we're trying to apply the same kind of principles. On the black surfaces on the outside, we have very technical and strong lines, vertical, horizontal. And as soon as it becomes more body color, they become more accentuated and a bit more sculptural, a bit softer still, even though they're muscular. And on the inside, we have the same kind of technical horizontal theme here on the IP. And then something a bit more softer on the sofa here is also soft to the touch. So this juxtaposition of strong technical lines and soft lines, we continue on the interior as well.
How did you play? What is the rationale behind a small wheel, still multifunctional, and the new philosophy of a head-up display?
It's really to calm the experience visually as well. We don't have a traditional cluster behind the steering wheel, which is an obtrusive item we find when you try to design as well. So we're very happy that we could push for this head-up display that is really as far to the eye as possible, because the screen is in the IP and then it reflects onto the black surface. So you have the comfort of the ergonomics of having the information, all the information you need far away from the eye, and the steering wheel that in all the positions never gets into the view of the information. So it's always separated. So even with a smaller steering wheel, you feel you have more space in the interior. There's less obtrusive. Everything is where it needs to be in terms of positioning in X and the length. Plus, we have real millimeters actually that create the space as well in the interior, and I think you can feel it.
This version has a display of, I think, 10 something inches. But you also have the smart choice of using your own mobile phone. Tell us a little bit about this philosophy of Citroen.
Yeah, in the U version, this is the Max version. In the U version, the Entry version, we have like a smartphone station, as we call it, SPS. Where there's an NFC chip in there, so when you connect it, you have all the commands on the steering wheel still, so your navigation, your radio, everything is working with it. And it's what most people use as well. I mean, you have got all the information that you need. It's cheaper for the customer, so the entry level price can be lowered. So that is our philosophy, to bring something smart that is useful for the customer and doesn't cost the world.
Thank you very much, Boris.
Yeah. Thank you. Great.